Yes, discover. Hey, what's up with you? Guess what? Yeah, week 5, we made it through. But my last video, I made sure that there was emotion because I'm emotional now. Disengage, you're going to be emotional. And this has to do with failure gone fast on broken promises on relationships. First of all, let me discuss when you're alone, your relationship with yourself, when you're solo. And you have to bear burden to everything you do. And I know you got your journals, and I hope that you at least get a journal. I'm in the process of making sure that I develop some journals that you can get, and it'll be in alignment with the energy that we got going on. And what I want to express to you, I'm walking right now, I'm being honest with you, and when we do make income, passive income, and income that is given to you by others, whether they're gifts or whether they're gift cards from businesses or from playing games or money from playing games. That's the new thing. But I don't know if a lot of people register to the government on receiving that. I have to find out about that. But like I said, this is my channel. We got to be honest in what we do. The more honest we can be, because there's some times that you can't tell nobody something, but it's not that you're not being honest. What it is, that you're protecting the fact that you are in favor. And when favor is upon you, you can't share favor, especially when the favor of the Most High. Now, I am on my way to make sure that when I write in my journal, I wrote something, and it had to do with progressing yourself, whether you're progressing yourself in passive income, whether you're progressing yourself in man-made income, progressing yourself. And I'm in the energy of progressing myself. And I want to share that with you because it is a high energy. And let me share with you, last night when I was asleep, it seemed like the enemy was at attack because I started to hear banging noise out of nowhere. And I'm like, I'm in my sleep, what is that? But I told you, I don't know if I made you aware, you may go through it in the solo stage, that you have some distractions. Even in my journal, I was distracted not to even write in my journal, being afraid that somebody may pick it up and read it. And so what I did, I tried to express myself that when I read my journal, only I can understand it. And when you pass it on to someone, I ask that they know your mind, they know how you are, they know what you're saying, because your families are used to your saying, your friends are used to your saying, so you'll be okay. But I started to hear the noise, and then I started, when you hear noise, that's your mind. While your mind is asleep, the enemy was working on you, because the mind had to pay attention. Let's say that again, your mind had to pay attention. A lot of energy going on around me. That's why I like the path that I walk, because the energy continues to follow. It's not dead, it's not still. I'm at energy, I'm at emotion. I need everything to be at emotion with me right now, so it can be positive. And when you sleep, just like you hear that hearing in energy, and you hear that energy when you hear things, that energy is in you to express yourself in some type of way. When you sleep, trust me, your body is expressing itself in some type of way. Even if you're half asleep, there's something, your mind's going to start to say something. You're not going to speak unless you actually go out and speak, say something outward, but you're going to speak from inside. That means what? Emotions are going on. Energy. That means your emotions are going on. And when your emotions are going on, guess what? Your mind is moving, your mind is thinking. And you went to sleep to be at peace, getting ready for the next day, getting ready for the big adventure that you're about to take and about to claim. And when you go to sleep and you have that interruption, it can distract you either in behavior, how you end up behaving the next day, or let's say you can't find your keys. You know why you can't find your keys? You was distracted last night. You know why she went through the wrong door? Because she was distracted last night. She ain't crazy, he ain't crazy. The distraction did it for you. Your mind is part of your body. Your soul, this is a living thing. It's happening, it's not dead. It keeps you alive. It controls your body. The nerve system and everything in your body, all is connected with the mind. So you imagine when you sleep and you're hearing noise or people are talking around you, trust and believe. It is very important that things are still, and people don't realize this, but I'm sharing this with you today. So don't think that, oh, I'm crazy, I'm losing my mind. No, you are distracted. Your mind was distracted. Therefore, when you go out throughout the day, like today, I now have to pay attention to my behavior, to what I do. I have to be extra careful, because if I do something wrong, and people have been looking at you already trying to dictate and say that something wrong with you, because you're different. Every time you walk by yourself, you will be different. Einstein, they called him crazy. Every great inventor, every great person they call crazy. Why? Because they did not understand what they were trying to do. They did not understand what they were trying to say until they actually made things happen. So as we go through the day and we keep going through, we do not lose focus to what we got to do. Now, on that note, I was able to still make sure that I made passive income. That was yesterday. So the enemy got to me at the wrong time, because I was able to do what I said I was going to do. So when I got into my journal and I wrote down I was at 80%, because I couldn't put 100%, 80% that I was almost there. I knew where to go. All I needed is the money. That's another 20%. If I get that money, and then I was able to go back and put 100%. Remember I told you, you go back and you put 100%. Don't lie. Be honest. So if you can't get it, yeah, I felt bad that I had to put 80%. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I knew that if I hung in there and continued to do the things that I had to do to achieve the goal, that I would get there. And I eventually made it. So I was able to do that. So the power that was in me today, when that did happen, the enemy didn't really take too much away from me. Why? Because I already experienced the fact that I was able to do what I wanted to do and accomplish a goal. So when the enemy tried to attack me in my sleep, that's by the noise, the unwanted noise. What I did, I was distracted this morning. I did something out the way. I'm not gonna lie. I went to pick up something. I ended up picking up more than one, and that's not me. And I said, wow, see how the enemy can distract you in your sleep. I said, ooh, I'm gonna have to be careful today what I do, how I do. But the enemy is going to want to distract me in some way, shape, or form. Sometimes you're talking, and you say something wrong. It's not you. The enemy done attacked you in your sleep. The enemy done made a way to distract your mind, because your mind is your mind. Your mind controls your talkings and everything else, your muscles. And when your muscles go into play, you continue to know that you have to focus. And that's what I did. So I want to share this with you and let you know that no matter what you're going through that you are able to achieve. Now, I was able to do what I said I was going to do, and the enemy couldn't stop me. And the enemy was surprised at that. And today I'm up. Why was I able to do it? Remember, how did you survive? I survived because I was able to accomplish something yesterday. And that empowered me today to go forward. So every day, try to accomplish something when you're solo. When you're solo. When you're solo. Let's say it again. When you're solo. Try to accomplish something at the day. I don't care if you're picking up a pen. Do you understand? And you're taking that pen and you're setting it in a position that you can find it the next day. You're not all around looking for a pen. That was the first task I had when I had to get myself to be organized. But sometimes you go through so much, the first thing you have to learn is organization. You have to organize the things around you. So when them distractions come, guess what? I already know where the pen is at. I already know where my journal is at. I already know I got to grab them and I got to write this down. I already know. I already know where the number is at for the business. I already know whether I got it in a folder, a special folder on my phone. I already know who I got to call for encouragement. I already know where I got to go to encourage myself to do better. I know the places. Be organized in what you do. I told you this time, on this next time that you come, I will have something special for you. And that speciality that I have, or the special thing that would allow you to grow, is doing something every day to organize yourself. Now, I'm going to have something for you the next time. But first, I want you to learn organization. We learned money, we learned how to go out and party with our families and have fun in the park, you know what I'm saying? I was in a park that it has a frisbee game. You know, they call it frisbee golf. You know, so all I need is a frisbee. What a frisbee costs? $1. Unless you want to get an expensive one for me, it costs $1. And I'm there and I'm throwing my frisbee, but the more you pay, the more sturdier you get it. The game becomes more easier for you because it's got more direction, got more weight to the frisbee. That's the count, and that's what you're gonna do. The more you get organized, the more you get yourself in position for the fight, for the goal. Guess what? You're sturdy. Guess what? It's gonna be easy for you. And that's how it is in a relationship. Do you understand me? In a relationship, we're going to talk about being in a relationship now. Because we done accumulate. We already know you're in a relationship, you got a distraction. What's a distraction? That distraction is that person who's looking at this perfect relationship. And they see you doing good, he doing good, and they want that. And no, they don't want to be like you. They want to take one of you away. They want to distract the relationship. What are you going to do? You're going to organize yourself. You're going to strengthen the relationship. You're going to strengthen the noise that is out here. You know what I'm saying? So what? Okay, we're in a relationship. So what? She going to wear a mini skirt and the guys are looking at her. So what? She got a beautiful outfit and somebody else is looking at her. You know you're going home with her. So what? The girls are looking at him. That's how you know you got something good. What you need to be focused on is his response to them. It has nothing to do what they do to you. And they're going to try everything to distract you. They're going to wear the mini skirt. They're going to invite you somewhere with a friend, try to get you alone. There's all kind of tactics people will use. But in our failure going fast on promises, we're going to learn that when you sleep, worry about what you think about when you sleep. That's why one of my biggest things when I go to sleep is not to argue with the person that I'm in a relationship with. When we lay down tonight, whatever is on our mind, whatever we are going through, we're going to have to discuss it. We're going to have to discuss it. we're going to have to say, listen, it's too much distraction going on. We already know we got this powerful relationship. We already know we're accumulating a wealth position. You know what I'm saying? We may not be wealthy, but we're accumulating. We're getting that position together, and they see that. And they see the trust. They see us glowing. And guess what? They want to stop that glow. But I'm telling you today, on Failure Gone Fast, you can do it. You know, it's easy to walk away. But sometimes, you have to think, well, do I want to walk away? Because sometimes you may have to walk. But it depends on the situation. It depends if one of them got weak. Who got weak? That I have to walk. Or it depends on if this person is honest with you on we're going to work it out a second time. I'm sorry I looked at her. I'm sorry I asked for her number. You know what I'm saying? She's saying, I'm sorry I was talking to him. I went to lunch with him. And these are the distractions that may happen in a relationship. They're nothing but distractions. But you're taking them as a long-term relationship. What it was a test on your what? On your relationship. Let's say that once again. It was a test on your relationship. It was a test on the glow. And y'all were glowing. Failure Gone Fast. So now you got to write in your journal. Don't share a journal together. If you have to have a separate journal in your own relationship, have a separate journal because it's all about you. You know what I'm saying? Don't go peeking in her journal. Don't go peeking in his journal. Allow them to express themselves, because when you express yourself, there's nothing nobody can do to get in your way. And you can trust the person. One thing I hate when people go to look through people's phones. I'd never, in all my life, in all my relationships, try to look through a lover's phone. They're going to do what they're going to do anyway. So when I'm looking through the phone, to get hurt, to be surprised, you ain't got to do all that, because what goes on in the dark will come to light. But if you want to continue to grow on this Failure Gone Fast and Broken Promises, get to know your distractions. It can happen when you sleep. You sleep, you go on the bed, you're thinking about it, and then you're thinking about the woman or the man who's coming to you to say, I can be better than him, I can be better than her. That's what you're going to sleep on. Then when you get to work or wherever you go the next day, you're working on that. Rather than working on the glow that you have. Because a lot of people are trying to last years. They're trying to take your years you already put into a relationship. So, that's all I got to say. I've given you the energy where you need to be, where you got to be. I want you to think about it. When you sleep, your mind has to be at peace. And learn to control your mind. Control the way you want to sleep. Yes, you may still think that way, but when I get up, I'm better, I know better. Because we got to glow, baby. We going to make it happen. And they're jealous of what? They're jealous of our wealth. They're jealous of where we be, where we could be, and where we're going. Until next time, get in your journal. Write in your journal. Write how you feel. Be honest about how you feel. Write down who tried to distract you, where they tried to distract you, when they try to distract you. And allow them to express themselves in that journal. One day it may be a book. For real. But until next time, go out there and BS and discover.